Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
welcome back to the Eric McNeal Be Free Show. So
Okay.
you see we have the workers back. So here's
Okay.
one of the workers. Tell them your name.
My name is Bartholomew Asiamate.
Bato.
Yes, sir.
Aha, so this is Bato.
This is Bartholomew.
So we have lots of workers here. They are in the container over there. So, but you will see them around the yard, and they are putting up a wall all around the house for the new owners. So it's 5 acres. So you have a wall 6 feet high going around 5 acres. So it's a very, very large wall. Not a small job at all. So yeah, so this is our friend, and he has many more.
We are more. We are working the side.
You will see them. Hey, all right, thank you.
Okay.
It will be online. Oh.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
So again, welcome back to the Eric McNeal Be Free Show, where I show you how to live financially independent, to be responsible for self, enjoy life, and empowering others. That's what we mean about be free. Now today I want to discuss with you about the mountain living. There are some things that I absolutely love about the mountain, and I'm going to discuss those things with you. So I'm going to give you 10 things that I love most about being in the mountain. And a lot of people question, why would I want to move out, way out and up in the mountain and off the beaten path and off the grid? And so today we're going to talk about that, exactly what are those reasons that I like being up here. And you can actually determine if mountain living is something for you. And there's no one size fits all. We all have our preferences. Some people like it, some people don't. But we'll go over 10 things. So the number 10, I would say, is the distance from the main road is about a mile. So about a mile up the mountain is about the distance I am from the main road. And vehicles can't travel up here easily, and I actually like that. I like being off the main road. I don't like being right on the road. And I mean, it's not the most convenient thing, but I do enjoy having a house that's way off the main road. And number 10, well, it's number 10, but number 9, I would say, is safety. A lot of people believe that, well, if you're so far off and you're so far in the bush, are you concerned about your safety? Well, I think it's safer to be way off the beaten path, right? Because think about it, when criminals are trying to rob you or do something, they're looking for easy opportunity. Like, you know, you have people who live next to the main road, like even near us. There are some people who raise cows, and they had to move because they say, you know, criminal gangs would, you know, come steal their cows. Nobody's coming up here to steal. You're not going to come a mile off the road, coming up the mountain to try and steal. And so I actually feel safer back here being way off the road. So that's one of the advantages, I think, of being up here. I just don't have those same fears that a lot of other people have. And some people might say, well, you're not afraid of something, Freddy Krueger or Jason coming chopping you up or something. And as far as that kind of stuff, maybe because I don't look at TV. Some of you guys look at TV, so you have those fears that I think are imaginary fears that are brought on by television and horror movies and things like that. And I don't look at that type of stuff, so it doesn't bother me. You know, I have people that I know who look at horror movies and things like that, and I ask them why do you, I used to do it when I was young, but I haven't done that. Well, I haven't looked at TV and I don't know how many years, but as far as horror movies, man, it's been even much, much longer, because when you're looking at that stuff, it changes your vitals. And I told an associate of mine, and it says, you know, she just loves these horror movies to get her scared. And I said, you know, you should take your vitals, and, you know, after looking at those movies and see what those movies do to your vitals. Why would I watch something that just completely increases my heart rate and my blood pressure? And, I mean, it just doesn't seem healthy to me. So I don't engage in that. Let's see. Anyway, number 8. The thing that I like most about being in the mountains is just being away from the crowd. Like, you go in the city, you know, it's just crowded. Everything is crowded. And being back here, being away from the crowd, it's just peaceful. You know, I mean, I wake up and just feel like, hey, maybe I should feel guilty because there's just so much peace. Being away from the crowd feels like I'm on vacation or something. So I like that. And number 7 is just when you're this far away, there's just quietness that I can't explain. That when you're in the city, there's just so many various noises, like, you know, because there's no motor vehicles back here, you know, you don't have that bum, bum, bum. You know, every time you look around in the city, you can't even walk without bum, 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 bum. You know, the taxis, bum, 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 the trotros, bum, bum, you know, trying to get your attention. So it's just so much noise, so many noises in the city that you don't have to worry about back here. Number 6 is the fresh meat from the hunters. Like, a lot of times the hunters, they would come through the property, and sometimes they would park here and they would go up the mountain to hunt. And they might stay 3 days, 4 days until they shoot something. And they're usually hunting for deer and elk. And on their way down, because they, you know, passed through the property or stayed on the property, left their belongings here, they will usually bring some meat here, some fresh cut meat. So, you know, and it's free of all those pesticides and herbicides and all that stuff, all those chemicals. So I like the fresh meat that I get just from the hunters being here. And that's number 6. Now, number 5 is the air, the fresh air here. You don't get this type of air in the city, and it's just a different type of air. It's just, it lacks the pollution that you would get from the city. So I like the fresh air, being in the mountain air. It's a great experience. It just makes me feel healthier and more alive. So speaking of air, number 5 would be the breeze. So there's a breeze that just comes through. It just seems like it just, you know, cleans everything. But you get a nice breeze, and it just doesn't, you know, even though we're at the equator and it gets hot, there's just still a very nice breeze here. So it just feels comfortable most of the time. And number 4, let's see, so we got the 5 was the fresh air, number 4 was the breeze, and so number 3 is the clear night skies. I tell you, if you live in the city and you look up, you can't see the stars. It's just, you know, so many lights and flashing things in the city, you can't see the stars. But you come here, it is pitch black at night, and you look up and you see every star in the sky, just as clear as it want to be. So you're like, wow, this is what I've been missing all of my life, right? But yeah, the clear night skies and just gazing at the stars, it's just breathtaking. So number 2 is the scenery. And you know, I'm always harping about the scenery, because when you look around, you're like, hey, the scenery is just enough to make you get up and start singing, you know, I feel like going. Well, I don't sing, but you get the picture. Anyway, the scenery is great here, and I absolutely love being in the mountains, partially because of the scenery. And I'd say my number one reason for liking it here is just nature. You just get a chance to interact with nature on a different scale than you can in the city, right? So I just absolutely love being this close to nature. And, you know, you don't experience that in the city, right? Most times now, if you look at young people, they're afraid of even picking up something like a caterpillar. You know, they're like, oh, the caterpillar, it'll bite you. And like, it's not gonna bite you. Oh, no, I read on Google that some of them they'll bite you. Don't pick it up. So they're afraid. But just being this close to nature, you get a chance to experience life, I believe, how it was meant to be experienced. And so those are my top 10 reasons for just enjoying the mountain and living in the mountain, and those are my you know, favorite reasons for being out here. Now, I'm not going to say that everything is perfect in the mountain. There's a lot of things you have to learn about, a lot of things you have to adjust to. So on the next video, I'll go over the top 10 things that I dislike about being in the mountains. And until next time, my name is Eric McNeal, and this is the Eric McNeal Be Free Show. Take care. Peace.